I accept as true with Nvidia, can hit $500. By the end of the year, it's a bold name, but I see a clear direction to get there. Nicely after per week, in which we were given arm steering and Western dig steerage, and now Intel, and now Microchip. You are still bullish on the gap at huge, uh, no, I'm bullish on corporations that certainly have who going to the GPU or assisting NVIDIA. So it is a narrower set of ish. Look, I suggest at the conference, name for Amazon. They realize that they have got to invest in AI, that to the point where they cited that NVIDIA is bought out. They may be bought out for a long time. They're offered out possibly through 2025. Yeah, pay attention to the spending plans that we've got heard, which have been reaffirmed from the likes of Microsoft or Meta or Alphabet or Amazon have finished. Not anything to dissuade anybody from wondering. NVIDIA is going to, nevertheless, be the important thing. Useful, but you are taking now. We have this bid rotation. It's happening inside the market. There may be situation in the long run, approximately the patron, whether the Fed is now behind the curve, but none of that appears to go to the heart of the problem. That is, NVIDIA goes to be potentially bought out for a while. To come, I mean, in case you pay attention to Amazon, of course, they need to construct their own. But that's it, really is a protecting flow, due to the fact they cannot get sufficient building their personal chips, right? Or designing their very own chips. Me here, yes. Here's the way I study Amazon. I assume it is essential. Due to the fact the inventory sound so terrible nowadays, I might be a purchaser. Amazon is aware of that. There's a variety of enterprise. So they have to buy loads of planes. They must positioned up hangars. Now, you do not, when you're shopping for a variety of planes, you do not have putting people in the planes in order that they buy the planes, first value numerous money, and then you need to wager that they're proper. I need to guess that chassis is proper, or you can definitely use exceptional valuation. They're shopping for a Stradivarius. And also, you cannot simply examine, like a violin, a Stradivarius you purchased to research. It's a bit tougher to study it, is a bit harder to train inferential. So I'm just the use of try and find analogy so humans understand that it's taking a while. They can't just flip a switch. And that is making human beings very disillusioned. And the truth that they mentioned the Olympics, I mean, people like, are you kidding? I imply. But the United States is like in a 2012 mode. I imply they're looking the Olympics. They are now not shopping for as tons and what they may be buy because they are looking the Olympics. Them, not me. Yeah, I know that turned into weird. Jeff does have a notice nowadays pronouncing that customers are calling in, asking approximately ability delays in Blackwell. After which we did have the file the previous day about DOJ attaining out to competitors of NVIDIA, who've been complaining properly there. It's slower. It's slow. However, they never genuinely stated it, become going to deliver in volume. So, folks that think it was going to deliver volume, they must cross again over, they should talk to Jensen, he never said. It will deliver in volume proper now. By no means, right? Right? There may be. Nonetheless, this question approximately, go back on invested capital. Whether or not there can be, with the aid of the manner, the solutions uniformly from the hyperscalers has been sure. And Jesse stated, the equal issue. I suggest how approximately. Zuckerberg, bear in mind. Yeah, I imply he's speaking about generative AI. Jassy stated it's going to get big, rapid. And it is largely all going to be constructed from the get move and the cloud, which say, lets in the possibility for those businesses to continue to grow. You heard no allow up by any means for the cloud. That's what we should target it on. But we are all targeted on from those who are making the capital allocation selections. Am I able to just say one issue? You could say, I am sorry if you have been mad at me. I apologize. I am not mad. I got a touch excited because it's a massive day. However, I remorse that I did. The AI revolution story I consider is nicely intact in all of our exams. This isn't a time to panic, regardless of the white knuckles that within the market, the FT is reporting, the Elliott Control advised buyers recently that Nvidia is in a bubble and the AI generation is overhyped and that the truth is not matching the hype. You definitely disagree. I realize. I couldn't disagree. Extra relative, if we were right here earlier than earnings, before convention calls and that, I think we even pointed out, and let's examine what numbers appear to be. Have a look at the Azure acceleration, examine what Lisa Su pointed out from AMD. We noticed what we thought Azure became disappointing of the acceleration that they may be guiding for. For 2D, half of it is virtually talks approximately the second is right here, and my view is appearance. The haters have persisted to hate. The bears were there for the last few years. I am getting proper. Now it's easy to pop out and sort of yell hearth into a crowd theater intact. We do not see it as it's no longer just from the decision. You spot the fee matching the hype. I absolutely suppose the road is underestimating what is going to be $1 trillion of AI capex over the subsequent 4 years. In phrases of across tech, and nothing that we noticed right here in any manner. DS2, Dino, you are right. Dan, concentrate. None of them are backing off their capex plans to your factor. I mean, AWS, actually acceleration at AWS, in phrases of sales increase up 19%. There's still, though, this large question as to whether or not you'll ultimately get that. Go back on funding over the years, you obviously agree with on the way to be the case. However, what do you spot at the ground in phrases of applications which are coming within the near time period, so as to begin to, at the least, alleviate any of these fears? Some buyers can also have sure from the business enterprise perspective. And we're going to pay attention to it from Godfather B, Jensen, and VI in a few weeks. The use instances and the quantity of business enterprise proper now, which might be on that AI path, is up 45x. So these businesses are on the course from what I accept as true if they're going to be use case across healthcare, financials, insurance, retail, as we have always pointed out. It all comes down to expose the modernization. The spending is there, and I assume whilst you study what Sue talked about, Nadella, what we communicate approximately from Sundar, Jassy, this revolution is show up. The mization section is now just beginning. I'm now not going to peer that we are going to have air pocket among the capex. And whilst revenue comes, but the wager